Hello crafty friends, this is the Papered Chef here. Did you ever think about joining Stampin' Up, but you just needed that reason to push you in that direction? Well, not only is Christmas time here, so is your reason to join Stampin' Up. You can join for $99 and you get to pick out $125 worth of items. And then after that, you're going to get a 20% discount on items. And my favorite perk is that I get to pre-order stuff. What I'm about to show you is the Christmastime is Here suite. And it is not available to my customers until November 1st, but it's available to Stampin' Up demonstrators. It's also available to you if you want to put it in your starter kit, which I'll explain at the end of this video. So I'm going to now go through what just came in the mail, very exciting, and then I'm going to make something with it. Okay, so this is the Christmastime is Here specialty designer series paper. Look at that gold foil inside the roses. Okay. Beautiful, beautiful. We're going to get back to this sheet in a minute when I explain what I did with it. Now every sheet is double-sided. So the other side of this sheet is this sheet. So you get 4 sheets of each paper. I wouldn't really use this side that much. It makes a nice background. I'd probably use the 4 sheets of the rose side. I mean, just gorgeous. Okay, so this is nice though, the pine needles. And then this next piece of foil, I just got to put this up in the light. So beautiful. And I'm not even that into flowers, but I am totally into bling bling. I mean, when I get shiny things, well, actually I'm into new things, shiny things. I mean, I like flowers, but this is really gorgeous paper. And you know, I'm the Papered Chef, so I like paper. Okay, there's the other side of that paper. And I'm thinking Mossy Meadow. Usually on the back of a stack of designer series paper, you get the list of coordinating colors. And this one didn't say it, so I'm guessing that was Mossy Meadow. And I'm guessing this is Cherry Cobbler. Just based on my colors. So that's nice, beautiful foil. And then that's the other side of this. And again, it's just beautiful to have a nice double-sided paper. All right, so what I did right away is see if the dies, I'm gonna get to the stamp set in a minute. I was more concerned with the dies. Because at first I said to myself, I wonder if the Brother Scan and Cut can cut this out. But then I remembered I bought the dies. Because when you buy the dies and stamp sets together, you get a 10% discount. And really, I didn't earn the incentive trip this past year, which is a bummer, but I'm setting a goal to win the incentive trip next year. But on the bright side, I had a lot of flex points. That means I had some points to spend. So I went on a little shopping spree, and this is what I bought myself. And more. Okay, but I opened up the dies and I was like, oh, check this out. The die fits right on the paper. Okay, so that's what I did before anything else. I cut out all the big roses. And I did try to cut this out with the Scan and Cut without much success, but I used this piece for something else. But all of these big roses, 1, 2, 3, 4, here's the result. They cut out beautifully with the die. And that took me way less time, and it was easier than using a machine. And it's a beautiful, it's a nice small border, which I love. And then what I can do is I can always make a larger border by cutting out one of these in black and enlarging it and making a larger border in gold or something if I want. But I don't think I need to. They're just gorgeous. So there's my roses. Then I thought, okay, well, what's up with the stamp set? Let me check out the stamp set. I thought, okay, these are nice. These are nice sentiments. So I opened up this one and I thought, this is neat. This is what's called, we call it Stampin' Up distinctive stamping, where when you stamp something, you get the shading automatically, which I like. That's nice stamping style. And they're photopolymer. So I already took out this sentiment and I started using that. Okay, and then I said, whoa, what's up with this stamp? This is cool. This looks like it would be great to color with the blends, with the Stampin' Blends. And so I open up this, and this is even better. This is in the rubber style. So this stamp set is called a cling stamp set. So these are nice, like when you get a rubber stamp, they don't stain. Okay, so I didn't color it yet or anything. All I did was take out the sentiment. I was messing with the dies first. As demonstrators, we were allowed to pre-order 1 stamp set, 1 die set, and then we were allowed to order 2 rolls of this gold ribbon, which of course I did. Because I'm thinking I'm going to use this with a lot of my Christmas projects. I never have enough, it's called Shimmer ribbon. And then we were able to order 2, which I did, gold glitter enamel dots. Okay, so these make nice embellishments. And these things all come in the suite of products, and also a bracelet, which I didn't order. I'm not that into jewelry. If you've noticed, I hardly ever wear jewelry, but there is a gold bracelet, not actual gold, but there's a bracelet in gold that you can get with nice little charms on it, and that's part of this suite. All right, so then I proceeded to make a couple things, and I started to make a couple things. I started to put together bookmarks, and I figured out that this was cherry cobbler. I'm thinking it's cherry cobbler because that's cherry cobbler cardstock, and it seemed to match nice. And then I'm thinking, like I already told you, I think that's Mossy Meadow, and then I think that's Poppy Parade. So I said, oh, what else do I have that's cherry cobbler and Poppy Parade? I didn't actually glue these together yet. I'm just going to show you. Remember the last two videos, if you've watched my Scan and Cut videos, you have seen that I used the Night Before Christmas card pack. And these are the envelopes that came in the card pack, and that was the card that came in the card pack. And they're already made to go. So what I did is I thought it'd be nice to just lay a little piece of ribbon across like that. Lay a little piece of the Designer Series paper across like that. Put one of these beautiful rose embellishments onto this card. And a little sentiment like that. And there is an instant card. Bada bing, bada boom. There it is, instant card. And it's elegant and it's easy. And it would take no time to adhere that together. Okay, so then I was looking at the dies and I was thinking just to cut out some shapes. I'm going to do that for my crafty friends. So I already have that done. So here are shapes I cut out with, and the shapes are pretty on the other side too, by the way. These cut out. So here are the dies, and I'm going to put this one back in and show you. So I didn't cut out these lattice work yet, but I did cut out these three. So I'm going to talk about a starter kit idea and then what you can do with it right away. So a starter kit is whatever you want it to be. It's just $99 and you pick out $125 worth of stuff. So I was like, oh, when I got this in the mail, I immediately thought of a starter kit because I thought so I put everything in a starter kit. Sorry for dropping stuff. And I wanted to see if I could get up to $125 without going over. And I did, and I'm going to zoom in there. And I'm going to put these product numbers in the description. So I did, and I'm just going to leave this as my reference. You can get a pack of Christmastime is Here Designer Series paper in your starter kit. Okay, so that's 12 sheets of specialty Designer Series paper. You can get a pack of gold shimmer ribbon. That's this, gold shimmer ribbon. The Christmas Rose Bundle, that's the dies. That's all these dies. The Christmas Rose Bundle means dies. I better focus that. Dies, and a double stamp set. Okay, double stamp set, photopolymer and rubber stamp. Okay, so because you get those as a bundle, and then you can get liquid glue because I was just trying to add up to 125. So I put in some liquid glue into the cart, multi-purpose Tombow glue. Delightful tag topper punch. This is just me putting this in the cart because I think it's very useful because it's good for making bookmarks, and we'll use it right away. And what else did I put in here? Mossy Meadow, Whisper White, because I go through this stuff like crazy. It's Whisper White cardstock. It has great ink absorption. It's 12 by 12. I use it with my Scan and Cut all the time. It has great finish. So I put Whisper White in my cart, and then I put Mossy Meadow stamping pad. And I came up to, with the starter kit example, $124.40. And it says I have a quarter left to spend, 25 cents left to spend, but I couldn't find anything for 25 cents. Point being, you don't have to make a starter kit like the things I'm showing you. It's just an idea. And with this idea, I'm going to show you what you can make with it. Because then you get your starter kit in the mail and you're like, oh, now what? What do I do with it? And by the way, you also get $50 worth of business supplies. Like you get catalogs, annual catalogs, holiday catalogs, order forms. Even if you don't want to make it into a business and you want to be a hobby demonstrator, you still get all these really cool supplies. So you get your starter kit in the mail, and I'm gonna zoom back out, and you get your starter kit and you're like, now what? So I'm opening up the Mossy Meadow, and I'm just gonna dip. You just need a stamping block, and I'm going to stamp the sentiment onto my Whisper White cardstock, which I cut out using the dies which you would get in your starter kit. And by the way, your starter kit is $99 and free shipping. You don't even pay shipping. It's just $99 and you don't pay shipping, and you get an old paper pumpkin kit too, a past one. So there's your little sentiment. May this Christmas fill your heart with warmth and love. Okay, and I stamped that in Mossy Meadow. Okay, so that's our sentiment. So now I'm going to take and we're going to make a little tag using the supplies in your starter kit. So also which came in the mail just now was my new Stampin' Up trimmer. And my team member said, hey, how do you like your trimmer? I'm liking it because check this out. I mean, I like everything, you know, usually, but still. And I'll tell you if I don't like something. But I'll show you this. What I liked about this trimmer when I got it, and I hope I zoomed out all the way, is, I mean, I have a lot of trimmers. I have a lot of trimmers. It has the scoring. Demonstrators can get this, by the way, right now, not the customers, but customers will be able to get it soon, hopefully. It has a scoring tool and it has a blade. But what I like the best is this. You can open it up and it goes all the way out to 17, oops, let me focus that in, 17 inches. Super, super cool. So let's take a piece of this and we're going to make a bookmark using the supplies from your starter kit. So just going to go in there and make it 1.75 inches wide. That's how big I make my bookmarks. The designer series paper portion of my bookmarks. And I like that this actually stays down better than the last time. So this little plastic part stays down. And I also like that there's numbers in the middle of the trimmer and at the top. So you don't really lose your way and you don't get all wonky. And I didn't need to hold the paper and tape the paper and all this craziness because it actually stays down. This little thing stays down and holds the paper down. All right, anyway, by the way, I'm making that 1.75 inches by 5.5 inches. Then we're just going to take a piece of Whisper White. Okay, I'm done with the trimmer. And I did compare it to my other trimmers, and I think it's cutting just as well. I mean, you know, hey, it's a paper trimmer. Oh, wait, I'm sorry, I'm not done with my paper trimmer. The absent-minded professor. I have to do my Whisper White. All I've done so far is my sentiment, but I need the actual part for my bookmark. So we're going to make the bookmark 2 inches wide because the delightful tag topper punch, which you could get in your starter kit, I just think it's a great punch to have. I make tags all day long, and you can even donate bookmarks and things to local libraries. It's just a great tag. It's a great punch to have. I'll even show you something else I did with it later. Okay, so here, now I made that 5.5, and I made this 5.5. See? Cool. Okay, so now I'll get rid of this paper trimmer. So now I can punch. So every punch comes and it's like already snapped together. So I just used a little snap. And let's get rid of that white piece of paper for white balance. Okay, I'm going to stick my paper. And first you do your 2-inch piece. You could probably do them together, but I think it's a little easier when you take this piece. I'm going to put that down the bottom. And this piece is not quite, 2 inches. It's 1.75. So therefore, I'm just going to turn it over and center that. So again, this is just a starter kit idea. You don't have to get this. You can get whatever you want in your starter kit. But I just like to give ideas. So then you take so I never put glue on there before you punch. Because if you do, then you're going to get glue gunking up your punch. So you only want to put glue on after you punch. And I'm getting glue on my table. We'll get that off later. And I like using glue sometimes on bookmarks because it lets me wiggle it around until it's centered. Because before it dries, you have a little chance of wiggling it. When you use rolling adhesive, it just seems to it's harder to get on there straight. Okay. And of course you could put other colors of cardstock behind there. You don't have to use white. I'm just using that because that would be part of your starter kit. That's an example. Okay, and then you could put that one on there. You could put that piece and this piece. And of course I'm not going to use the glue that came in. I was just going to use dimensionals for that. I would use glue for this piece. You can use glue for this piece, but not for the sentiment itself. You should pop that up with dimensionals. And anything you have, really. Excuse me while I go get those. Things are usually really close to me when I start the video. But then as I continue the video, things just start like creeping their way around my room. So I'm just using Stampin' Dimensionals, something I have to have all the time. So I'm just using that for contrast. I'm putting that little piece right there for contrast. And then we're going to put the little piece of ribbon And the way I measure my ribbon is I just go along a stamp set. It's about that long. That's how long I make my ribbons for my bookmarks. Okay, oh, I've already cut one. I already cut one, but that's about how long I cut it. And then I just do a little loop. Okay, and then I flip it in. So instant tag, instant beautiful tag with gold foiling. And of course, if you have a little sprig punch, you make some extra little sprigs or like extra little, leaves to kind of in gold foil, which we sell, and you could accent that. I mean, you could do lots of things with that. But that is an idea. And then I did it. I did another one here, but I didn't embellish it yet. I did one with the cherry cobbler in the background, which I thought looked really nice. And then like I showed you this card idea. Okay, so this is just day one, right out of the box. Some ideas on what to do with the Christmastime is here bundle. Okay, but if you do get this in your starter kit, you don't limit yourself to this bundle. You can use another bundle. This is just one I did with the another bundle from our holiday catalog, and it's called Let It Snow Sweet. So this is the same delightful tag topper punch. Okay, and just another idea for your starter kit. I just noticed like it just went on clearance or sale. It's on sale. Is what's called the Everything is Rosy bundle. So if you like roses, you like flowers, this is a nice bundle that's on sale right now. And these cards, just a teaser, are coming up. I'm going to show how to make these cards in my next Brother Scan and Cut course. These are called easel cards, and I'm showing every step of the way how to use your scan and cut to cut out all the pieces for these easel cards. So this is called Everything is Rosy Product Medley. So it's like a suite, but it's a product medley, kind of like the things I'm showing you. So if you like roses, that's a different option for your starter kit. Maybe I'll do another video on this, the things you can make with the Everything is Rosy bundle. But I don't know if I'm even going to have time to make a video because when things go on sale, they're gone pretty quickly. So do check out our clearance section once in a while. All right, so I hope you joined my team, or I hope you purchased these November 1st as my customer. The Christmastime is here bundle is pretty awesome. The Everything is Rosy is cool. This punch is great. And you got to see our new trimmer. So a lot happened in this video, but I mean, hey, it's timely. Just came in the mail. Had to show it to you. So that's all for now. This is the Papered Chef.